This is a HeadGum podcast.
Dumb show.
Aww.
Already started pretty dumb.
Aww. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, how are you, Steve?
I'm great, Mike. How are you?
I'm hungry,
My
if I'm
br-
being honest.
I
I didn't mean to throw that at you up front.
Why didn't you eat before you came over?
I was going to, and then I checked the clock, and I had already pushed you back. And I was like, if I text him and tell him that I'm going to get something to eat now, chances are you would have a mad yelling time.
Oh, that's never happened.
I know, but I was like, what if this is the thing that sets him off?
Well, I thank you for being considerate of potentially the way I would react.
Yeah.
But you should always know that if you need to, you can.
If I need to eat,
Yeah.
thank you. I'll never check with you again about eating. I was going to call
Check
you
with me
earlier
every
today.
week, every day.
Hey, you mind if I eat now, Steve? You and Steve have a weird relationship.
And then if you don't hear from me, I don't want you to just eat. You understand?
yeah.
You know what's interesting is
this like a sex contract?
I was just going to say, like, somewhere in the world, someone is having this exact discussion, but it's not a joke.
No, and they're saying it like this. And then I want you to not
eat until I say so.
That was the perfect version of that voice. And you know when you sign this, that means no eating.
Mike, I have a new ASMR channel I want to direct you to. It calms me out at night. It calms me out.
Oh no!
What happened?
I
oh
forgot
no!
to put on my wind ring.
That's what I like to call a little wazoo. That's a whopper.
I hate, ever since I got married, I hate not wearing.
The French call that a whopper.
It's a whoopper.
That's a whopper.
That's a
Oh, c'est whopper. Forget your wedding ring? That's a whopper. And the bell is accompanied with it too.
Always, it's tradition.
It's all right. You know, I get it, man.
I don't like it. I wonder if Delman has forgotten his wedding ring yet. He's
Let's
been
call
married
him
for
up.
20 minutes.
Let's call him right now.
I just can't find it.
We gotta have post-marriage Delman on.
Completely different guy.
Yeah, totally different guy.
Sounds totally different. I would love that, man. I'm taking a road trip with Mary Delman tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, give
on
him
the eve of the night of your anniversary of your birth.
Thanks, man. I want you out. I want you as far away from me as possible around my birthday. But Bree is actually taking me. Well, my birthday is today, actually. If you're listening to this,
Is it? Oh well, yeah. You threw me for a loop.
we're recording this on the 7th, but this is the 9th that you're listening to it, and it's my birthday. Wish me a goddamn happy birthday. Stop
Happy
what
birthday,
you're doing.
future Steve.
Thanks.
Go on Twitter,
Future Mike.
right now. And I think there are so many ways online that we've shown each other happy birthday in the past. There's the Facebook message, there's the Facebook wall stuff because it reminds you. Everyone goes on Twitter. And I think really the only way to be unique and appreciate Steve's birthday is I think you go to his Twitter account, you unfollow him. And I think that's the only thing, because you're expecting to open up your Twitter. You're expecting to open up your Twitter and you just see rows and rows of happy birthday, Steve. We love you. You mean so much to us. But I think if there was to be some activity in a different part of that page, like if the follower number
Was
just started falling.
So low. It'd be a
that
nice
would make
thing.
a real statement.
It would be nice because is already hate how old I am.
Yeah.
And just losing followers would just kind of pull me into a deeper depression, which is what I want.
Or maybe, okay, then let's go the other way and double them for a day.
Yeah. We'll create fake accounts all day and follow me on the fake ones.
Yeah, man. That would
What
be
I'd
great.
really like if I could request something of our audience for my birthday, which shouldn't be an impossible thing to do, is just open up Google and just type in
Spandy Andy.
no, type in type in the word bizarre.
Okay.
And if you don't know how to spell it, the red underline that so many of you ignore means it's wrong, and you can right click it, and guess what? You'll correct it for you.
Correctamundo.
So type in bizarre into Google or let it correct for you. And go to page like 60 and beyond, and then pick a random image from page 60 of Google's search of bizarre on. I'm talking go all the way to like page 200 if it exists.
Yeah.
And just pick one fucking weird image in there and just send me that with a happy birthday, and I'd really appreciate that.
I think that's very creative. I also it would be very helpful if you could also include which page it's from.
Use the hashtag.
I just want to know how deep.
Hashtag page and then whatever page it is.
Hashtag page 684.
That's a
lot
little.
of
That's
forward
asking
clicks.
a lot of people now. Like, and sometimes in the mobile devices, it's hard to tell what page you're on.
Well, to be fair, we did offer different options. Of what
There
you
are
could
several
do.
options.
You
You
could
don't
just
have to use the
unfollow you.
hashtag, or you can just unfollow me. That's the easiest thing you can do.
Just do a little video of your mouse. Hold your phone up to your computer. Put your mouse up to the follow button. Click unfollow. Maybe play some sad music. And then
I think it would make me more sad. It would make me sad.
I don't.
It's a funny bit,
But they're doing it for you.
right?
You're not warming up to this.
It's the
at all?
nicest birthday gift I could receive.
Yeah.
How
How about this? You know how you just opened up your For Human People's store?
Yeah.
What if they did all that and they did the sad video of them unfollowing you, but they were wearing one of your shirts?
Okay, well, that's nice. That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, I just want to find it.
I'm into that idea. Mike, I think we should. It's been a while since we've done this, and I think it's time for us to.
Oh my god!
It's time for us to take a deep dive into the backyard chickens.com forum.
You should probably go to WebMD while you're at it.
And let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on.
What is this music?
I've got a couple of options here to read. Mike, I want you to pick the thread.
Okay.
And then I'll dig in. Don't cut your hair. It's not time to cut your hair.
I'm sorry. I forgot what we were doing.
Just because it's the 52nd episode doesn't mean you can cut your hair.
I was under an understanding.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Cutest chicken names.
We got to turn down the music a little bit. I can't
Okay,
think
I'm
about
sorry.
anything else. Oh, God.
It's
Oh,
only a
God.
3-minute song, so.
I'm sorry. We'll hurry up. What are my options, Steve? Don't eat. You remember that No Doubt song?
Man, I'm trying to find a song that's a little bit longer.
And then don't eat.
Eat. Don't eat.
And then when the weekend comes around, don't eat.
Okay, here we go. Let's try this track. Okay, so here's your options. Cutest chicken names.
Oh, God.
Large, possibly growing lump on baby chick's chest.
Nah, go ahead and skip that.
New chick, not sure how to raise. Help chick all alone.
Add chick. Next.
Why does my chick chirp so much?
Well, I'm gonna keep that one on the back burner, but I'd love to.
You
go
don't have to.
Cutest chick names.
Okay. You didn't have to keep
A chirping chick on the back burner.
on the back burner, yeah.
They can move it to the front.
Sand M. Baker, who's chilling with my peeps from Illinois, asks, what are some of the cutest chicken names you've heard? For some reason, people always pick old lady names, but I thought it'd be interesting to hear some other names that are different or downright adorable.
Are there many responses to this thread?
There's a lot. There's 157 pages, and this is page 1.
It's gonna be a long podcast.
Yeah, well, we gotta start from the top.
Okay, should we try to make a game out of it? Should we try to do this without laughing or something?
Yeah, we could do this. We could try to do this without laughing.
How long do you think I'll get?
You know,
How far?
I'm hoping not long, because I don't want to read 157 pages.
I mean, that's great. I guess it all depends on the forum. I'm gonna try though for sure.
I prefer weird names for my chickens that suit their personality and features, says Chook Crazy, who's out of the brooder.
What does that mean?
These are just a couple of mine. Peep. Well, that is weird.
Remember that Nickelodeon show Peep and Peep?
Isn't Peep a weird name for a tiny chicken that it looks like a peep? The candy peeps.
Yes, but I'm sure
I'm making fun of it because I think it's not a weird name.
Okay. I'm so confused. Do you hate the name? Or do you like
I hate it. Here's another one. Chewy.
that? I don't like.
Chirp. Here's another real weird name. Sparkles.
For a chick?
Parsley. Blossom. Cocoa. Peaches and Wobble.
Are those two chicks?
I think it's one chick named Peaches and Wobble.
That's pretty good.
Scrabble. Boggle. Sunny. Viper.
Monopoly. Operation. Guess whom?
Clue. Connect 4. Footless. Edwina. Big Bertha and Siggy. So again,
chick.
one name. Happy Feet.
This music.
And
This subject matter.
And last but not least, Nemo, who has one wing smaller than the other.
I'm not a fan of any. Are we 150 pages through?
Oh no, we're still on page 1 with
was one.
Quite a few to go. That was
Okay.
one post.
Okay, so we got through the first one pretty good.
I'm skipping to page 157.
Might as well, yeah. Where it's all just like yelling at each other. It's all like arguments.
Yeah. They're talking about Obama now. You know what, Mike? I don't like this thread. I don't think it's fun. I don't think it's funny.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I think it's a bad one.
Okay, I'm sorry I made that choice.
You know what? I'm disappointed at how like not fun that was.
I'm feeling insecure in my choice at the moment.
I don't think it's your fault. It's really just
What could the rest of them be to make that? How about Dave?
here's some other thread name options for you, Mike Falzone.
I feel like a sim right now with this music.
Chicks poop orange.
It's my favorite 2 Chainz song.
Maybe don't feed it candy corn. I don't think chicks.
All I have out here on my orange form is chicks and oranges.
Sneezing chick.
I like that. I like that a lot because I'm picturing it and I can't picture anything cuter at the moment. Now I'm picturing a little chick with a Miami Vice jacket on.
How to deodorize.
In general.
Yeah, not. Sorry, I'm on a different forum now.
I'm on the Axe Talk Back forum.
How about this one? Going insane, waiting to find out genders.
Aren't we all, you know? What happened to the chick chirps too much?
How about this one? Chick with diarrhea.
I'm intrigued, I'll tell you that.
Treats for youngins. Chick not growing. Limping baby.
These are the worst names I've ever heard.
Lethargic chick.
Kudetama chick.
Rooster or pullet.
What is that? What does that mean?
We lost our runt.
No, that's too sad. Most of these are too sad. I don't know, man. I don't know if the music can save this one.
The chick who came back from the dead.
Yep.
Is that the one you like?
That's the one.
Hold on, it's gone now.
Wow, how could that be? I'm sure it'll make its way back.
We can look into the duck portion or even the geese section of the forum if you'd like, Mike.
What the fuck happened to the zombie? You didn't have any...
Oh, you want to go there? We can go there.
Is that not the most interesting thing you've heard all day?
No.
Chick comes back from the dead? Tell me the most interesting thing you've heard today if that wasn't it.
You know what? All right, fine. It's the most interesting thing
Thank
I've heard
you.
today.
Thank you.
I did hear something else kind of interesting, but I don't want to talk about it on the podcast.
Okay.
It has to do with Chris Brown and Rihanna.
Okay. Well,
I thought that
please.
was pretty interesting.
Okay. More interesting than this?
The Chick Who Came Back from the Dead is a new stop-motion animated feature from director Tim Burton.
I don't know.
This was posted by Tilly56, who's out of the brooder. And Tilly says, I came home last Thursday from a week away in London. Well, there's your problem. If you leave your chicks alone for a week while you're in London,
Yeah, most likely.
one of them will die and come back from the dead. To find that my husband had, 2 days before, hatched an egg that had been abandoned by its mother in our little incubator.
So the husband was sitting on the egg.
All was well until this morning. He was running around, feeding well, enjoying an outing in one of my flower beds. He liked to be held in my hands and would drop.
Come on, man.
And would drop off to sleep. Shh, 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 shh.
Why do you have to do the noise?
Shh, 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 shh. Friday the 13th. Chirped loudly, very loudly, altogether hunky-dory. Then this morning he seemed a bit dodgy, wasn't walking or chirping.
Go on.
seemed very weak.
Total change. Dude, who is this?
Those are my nephews. One is called Elijah and the other one is called Maxwell.
Neither of them look like they want to be in that
A
picture.
couple of Zara geezers, I'll tell you what. I lifted him out of his little cage a former hamster cage that I put next to the boiler
I mean,
with water
there's no other place.
and things to keep him warm. He gave one peep and then went rigid.
Dude.
Legs stuck out straight behind him and eyes wide open. I stroked him, but no reaction. So I was sure he was dead.
I don't like it. I can't wait to hear the Immaculate Return story.
I put the poor little thing back in his cage to bury him later.
Is this what cereal is like? You think this is what Joe Rogan does?
How many listeners would Joe Rogan lose if suddenly...
What if somebody's like, this is just like that one Grace Helbig episode. He did the exact same thing. Oh, God. Please keep reading the story.
I then went out to walk the dog. And when I came home about 2 hours later, got ready to bury the still rigid and unresponding chick lying inert in his cage. But as I picked him up, he moved. I couldn't believe my eyes. I quickly put him in the incubator
But he was already born.
to really heat him up. And he is now back in the cage with the incubator lamp to heat him up, chirping as loudly as ever.
We now cut to a live feed.
Live feed! Dude, that's the greatest accidental pun I've ever heard!
Oh, God.
He still seems a bit wobbly on his legs. My worry is that he isn't drinking enough, and that is the cause of his near-death experience.
Better a chick that isn't drinking enough than one drinking too much.
I have tried dipping his beak in water. I've put water onto a little cotton bud and dripped it into his beak. I've also put food in his...
What the fuck? The second it starts to get normal, it starts to feel normal, is when it's definitely not normal.
I've also put food in his water and water in his food so that when he takes on or the other, he gets both, if you see what I mean. I really hope he's going to survive. He's half Marins and half Orpington. Beautiful breed. Any ideas or hints would be really welcome. Many thanks, Tilly. Amazing story, says Lillipot. Hope we figure out what's wrong. P-Stock 44, who's chilling with my peeps, says, I had a somewhat similar experience. I got 6 silkies 3 days old. I didn't have a heat lamp, so I used a hot water jug heated with an aquarium heater. Water was at 95 degrees when I covered the jug.
How was your week? That's a good casual podcast.
Now, in his cage, you do have a heat source. Yes, babies need to be kept warm.
I understand you're working on some new project.
Some type of thermometer in the brooder is so very helpful, says Kate's Chooks.
What the fuck who are these? We bring you out of Kate's Chucks.
Flywheel says, if he survives and turns out to be a Roo, name him Lazarus. You know what? That's interesting, man. There's no updates. Oh, no. Tilly updated, guys. Tilly updated.
Please be okay.
Excuse me.
Are you hiking?
Tilly says, excuse me. Let me close this gate. Tilly says, many thanks for all the replies. And I think you are right. A severe case of hypothermia. Although it seemed very warm in his case. Guys, we're doing a podcast. Doug? Doug?
Just go ahead. Just try to.
He's ignoring.
He's not gonna stop.
Doug!
He's fixing it.
Okay, Doug. Jesus Christ. You gotta do this now?
You want me to try?
Doug,
That was fun.
Doug? Yeah, Steve over here podcast. Guys, we're doing a podcast. Guys, we're doing a podcast.
Maybe he's almost. It's just he said he wouldn't do this today.
Although it seemed very warm in his cage in the boiler room.
Doug.
Doug. I just don't understand why
Do you do that tomorrow?
Do you have to spray that right? Okay.
Katie, can you tap? Okay.
There we go. Thank you, Doug. So Jesus Christ. You couldn't hear or what?
Go ahead, Steve.
Motherfucker. I even put in a small teddy bear to take the place of the mother hen.
Okay.
It obviously wasn't warm enough for a 2 day. Cindy, can you get back inside?
Who wants to get sprayed? Julie?
Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry, Mike. Every time.
I just thought we'd be able to do
I know.
this.
I told them that we were going to be
We
recording.
rented the space.
The heater from the incubator is now in the cage and is set at 35 degrees Celsius. I checked the conversion to Fahrenheit. and that is 95 degrees. The chick went straight under the heat. He's obviously cleverer than I am, and is now starting to drink and eat again, when I think I very nearly buried the chick. Luckily, I think the heat from my hands woke him up. I'll never make the same mistake again. Thank goodness for this forum. Thank you all again for your help, and I'll keep you posted on his health. Tilly.
Tilly sounds like she could be like the chick whisperer. Like she has magical
Maybe
X-Man powers.
Yeah, maybe Tilly has a nice healing abilities.
So, been watching the NBA finals or? Doug, do you have to hit the drums?
He's so good at them, though. Let him hit the drums.
Spraying beans to hitting drums.
Doug, you can keep hitting the drums. Oh, you didn't have to get louder. God, he's so good at it. He's been practicing for weeks.
Doug, can you move a little bit closer and hit the drums?
I knew he was going to do something creative with those drums. He's got that barn's full of drums.
It's only a matter of time.
Well, guys, it's time for History Road. No,
We
it's totally not time for History
Can
Road.
I share with you some new memes? I've been trying to get into memes.
Do you want to wait just a second for us to do the Blue Apron read, and then you can
please.
get right into it?
Yeah, well, that's what you have to look forward to after this Blue Apron read.
I love it that you've always got a little something for us right after the read.
Yeah, it should last a real long time.
Okay, well, guys, today's sponsor is, as you know, Blue Apron.
There it is. Why does the ride symbol sound like somebody's just continuously pouring sand over it?
Blue Apron is the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. Now, I don't even know if you guys know this, but
What happened? Mustache? Beard hair?
Blue Apron's mission is to make incredible home cooking accessible to everyone. Blue Apron achieves this by supporting a more sustainable food system, setting the highest standards for ingredients, and building a community of home chefs.
It's all good stuff, and everyone who cooks it likes each other.
Blue Apron has established partnerships with over 150 local farms, fisheries, and ranchers across the United States. And as a result of that, seafood is sourced sustainably under standards developed in partnership with the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch.
They do it good, and they do it the right way, and they do it.
And we've told you guys a lot about this. We've gone on and on and on about how much we love Blue Apron.
We keep saying it.
The thing is I don't think we're going to stop.
Probably not going to stop saying it until they tell us to stop. I don't know why they would. Doug, can you stop programming dance music?
Guys, here's the thing. Cooking together as a family, as roommates, whatever you want, it builds strong bonds.
Young love, you could break up or stay together forever based on how well you cook.
That just makes me feel so warm down in the old ticker.
Where do you keep your heart?
Down there. Down deep in the old...
In the old chest
the gutty
den.
works. In the old chest board.
Yeah.
Guys, research shows that Blue Apron families cook nearly 3 times more often. And those who spend a lot at restaurants or at high-end grocery chains can now spend under, how about $10 a person for a delicious meal.
Love it.
Let's hear what we got going on with some of those featured upcoming meals. Mike, you ready for that?
Please entice me with an upcoming meal.
Okay.
Doug. Bring some of your friends over to play drums.
Warm, smoked trout, and asparagus salad with fingerling potatoes and garlic croutons.
My favorite shape of potato.
Spiced zucchini enchiladas with creamy lime and tomato rice. Get ready for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're sitting down. Elote-style vegetable tostadas with summer squash, poblano peppers, and cilantro rice. And how about this, to switch gears? How about a peach honey glazed chicken and mashed potatoes, collard greens, and Thai basil? Not all ingredients are created equal, ladies and gentlemen. Fresh, high-quality ingredients make a real difference. So it's important to know where your food comes from. We've been through all this before. It's affordable. You get it for less than $10 a person. You get it per person per meal. You'll get seasonal recipes along with pre-portioned ingredients to make delicious home-cooked meals. Yeah. Variety. You can choose from a variety of recipes, new ones each week. Or you can let Blue Apron's culinary team surprise you. Huh?
You want surprise food?
And it's flexible. You can customize your recipes each week based on your preferences. Blue Apron has several delivery options so you can choose what fits your needs. And there's no weekly commitment, guys. So guess what? At the end of the day, you're only going to get those deliveries when you want them.
That's the best time to get deliveries.
And it's so easy! Each meal comes with a step-by-step, easy-to-follow recipe card and pre-portioned ingredients and can be prepared. Start the clock, Mike. In 40 minutes or less. And here's the guarantee. Blue Apron's freshness guarantee promises that every single ingredient in your delivery arrives ready to cook, or they'll make it right. You check out this week's menu and get your first 3 free meals free. Your first 3 free meals free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/banter. You'll love how good it feels. You're gonna love how good it tastes. It's a great, incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron, so don't wait. That's blueapron.com/banter. Blue Apron. A better way to cook.
Thank you, Blue Apron, for your sponsorship, your patronage, and your support of the podcast.
Should reading a sponsor spot make me sweaty?
If you do it right. Oh my good gracious!
Oh man! Oh
Why don't you
man!
take a break, Steve, while I help. We can all ponder something together.
Please.
Big fan of memes. You know that.
Oh yeah.
I love all the memes that come out. I used to memes used to get brought up to me by our friend Sam Basher.
Yeah.
Who is on the cutting edge of almost all the me. He knows about all the gifts that
He sends a lot of good ones.
Yeah. So I'm trying to come up with my own, and I want you to tell me how good they are.
Okay. Oh, you're coming up with your own memes?
My own memes.
Michael,
These are completely different than anything else that's out there right now.
this is huge.
This is cutting edge.
I love that movie.
I don't know if we're gonna name
ice
this
skating
episode.
film.
I'm sorry? Cutting Edge, the ice skating film?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one with the strong ducks.
The strong mallards.
The strong ducks of Anaheim.
Okay, Mike. Well, let's hear them, man. You
Okay.
made your own memes.
Yeah, like this is something that if you're going through a big life event, this is, and you can't answer a text message, this is how you could text back, right?
Okay.
Okay.
So like instead of like HMU or like AFK.
I don't know what either of those
Okay.
things. What are those things?
Well,
mean?
HMU is hit me up. AFK is away from keyboard.
Okay, so do people still use AFK?
Well, AFK is more of a gaming
Sure.
term when you're playing a game with your friend on the PC.
Do you think Boy George ever used away from keyboard, but he meant
He meant what?
synthesizer?
Is there a synthesizer called an AFK?
No, but it's a keyboard.
Okay. All right.
look
Well,
down
maybe.
there, Mike,
You know
at me.
what? I'd like to think maybe.
Right?
I'd get to give you a maybe.
You think Paul Scheer ever said AMFK?
I see where you're going with it now. I didn't get it right away.
So if I'm moving house and you text me,
Mm-hmm.
hey, what are you doing today? I say, new house, who dis? What do you think about that?
I like it.
Unlike anything else that's out there right now.
I like it a lot.
Here's a new, completely different kind of switching gears. If you're graduating, right? And you're like, hey, let's go to the movies tonight, but I can't because I'm graduating. I say, no class, who dis?
Okay. Similar.
Well, this one's about graduating.
Okay.
What kind of memes do you like? Are these not
I
up
like
your alley?
I like visual memes. I like the blinking eye guy.
Blinking eye guy?
You know the guy that's like
Sure.
that one.
Anything you could see, visual. Okay.
But but I do like these as well because this is better for a podcast.
Okay. All right.
Visual memes won't work here.
I can give you a visual
So what
one.
you're doing here is you're helping out me, you're helping out the audience.
Yeah. Okay, well, we could do it. We can end with a visual one.
Okay.
If you're getting married,
Okay.
picture someone saying, new wife, who dis? I think the rim shot's a lost art form. Needs to come back.
I think it is as well.
Yeah. Yeah. There needs to be a new rim shot. I think the horn honk is the new rim shot.
So new wife who dis.
New wife, who dis?
Okay.
Yeah. These are just memes that I made up.
What if you believe in reincarnation?
New life, who dis?
New life who dis.
I like that. I like that.
You died, but now you're a squirrel or a bear, and your friend tries to text you.
And you can't text back because you got a different carrier.
You can text back,
Yeah.
and you can text back this exact thing. New life who dis.
New life. Who's this?
Who is this?
I like that. Right? That's good. What about if you're on a train, right?
Yeah.
And then your friend texts you, and then you text right back because you got all the time in the world because you're on a train.
Because you're on a train. What else are you doing? You're playing Flappy Bird.
I've never ignored a text on a train.
That's gonna be the remake of Strangers on a Train. Ignoring a text on a train. New train who dis.
New train, brand new train.
Did you have one for that? For
No.
sitting on a train?
No, I just wanted to end the cycle of the same joke over and over again.
Mike, speaking of Flappy Birds, I
Little Doug, if you could just do that when a joke is told. Thank you, Doug. He has so many drums.
too many drums, some would say.
Too many different drums in this barn.
I've been playing the Friday the 13th game, and I think we should talk about this a little bit.
Do you want to review it?
Well,
Is
do
that
you
what
want
wanna
to talk
do?
about it too?
I would love to.
Have you been playing it?
I haven't been playing that much because it wears my patience thin waiting for a game, to load.
Well,
Kinda few and far
when was
between.
the last time you played?
Not recently. A couple days ago.
There has been an update
Oh, fun.
that makes it easier and quicker to join a match.
I think those are both great things.
I agree, Mike, and I'm telling you what right now, I might be addicted to the game.
Oh, so it's good.
It's so fun.
Great.
the funnest thing to do, the most fun thing to do, is get a whole group of your friends together, and everyone, and you have like, if you have 7 people, you
Everybody's
can start.
Jason.
Everyone's Jason, and you just have a great time.
And you press the dance button.
You just press the dance, press X to dance.
Sorry, I interrupted.
R1 to turn on the tunes. Get that Darude Sandstorm going.
Yeah. Press in the joystick to turn it up.
Dude, I've been streaming live. And for those of you that don't know what that is, you can go to twitch.tv/thezaragoza, TheZiragoza. And you can be notified when I pop online. Sometimes we play like Quiplash or
Nice.
some
Also,
other
you
games
post it
and
on
stuff
Twitter
like that.
all the time. I see it.
I do post on Twitter. Yeah, if you follow me on Twitter, I do a little notification that I'm going live. But I've been playing the Friday the 13th game with Rob Fee.
Nice.
And we are laughing the entire time.
Yeah.
Because he's just like making the most ridiculous jokes and we're loving it.
Tell me the specific things.
Well, there's a fun thing you can do so let me explain the game a little bit. It's
Please.
basically like adult hide and seek, the video game. It's like you are at Camp Crystal Lake, or some other camp from one of the other movies,
Or a sister camp.
or a sister act. And you can either play as a counselor or Jason. And if you're a counselor, then you basically have 20 minutes to escape Jason.
Yeah.
And if you're Jason, you basically just use your tips and tricks to try to take down counselors.
I like it.
And it's a lot of fun. But here's some of the funner elements of this. If you have a microphone, you can chat with people while you play the game, but it doesn't work like a normal chat in a game works. The way it works is it's based on the proximity of the person in the game.
So if you're near a person, you could hear a person.
Exactly, just like in real life. So if you're close to them, you can hear them. So that poses a lot of really fun game elements. For instance, if you're Jason and you're close to someone and you're hiding, you can talk to that person and taunt them. And you can even pretend to be a counselor and say, "Hey man, come outside. I've got the keys to the car.
Yeah.
Let's escape.
Come outside. I'm not Jason.
Not
and
Jason.
I've got the keys to the car.
I've got money too. A whole a bag of money
And a chocolate.
and a sandwich
It's my last
from
sandwich.
the Earl of Sandwich.
And I'm not even that hungry, and you could finish it.
It's one of those turkey and cranberry ones.
Thanksgiving.
It's seasonal. So yeah, you can so a lot of people have fun with that. As a counselor, some of the things you want to do to get out of the game, to beat the game, is you can find a fuse and repair the fuse box on a house and call the cops. You can find the car keys, the gas, and a battery and escape in the car. You can find a propeller or gas and escape on a boat.
Yeah.
Or you can just wait out the match until time runs out.
That's my favorite one.
Well, it's very difficult though, because the game's been out for like a week.
Yeah.
And the more people play, the better at it they get. Mm-hmm. And so it's very challenging. But now that you guys understand the mechanics of the game, some of the fun things we do are we will go around as Jason and we'll play music so that you can so that you know Jason's nearby when you hear a track.
Yeah.
And last night Rob was playing Drops of Jupiter. And it was the most terrifying experience ever. Because can you imagine?
Looking for yourself out there. So tell me, shooting star. Whoa, not permanent. That's so good.
And then he would play like "Celebrate" by, is it Casey and the Show, or is it Cool in the Gang?
Celebrate good times, come on.
That's
very good.
There's a party going on around here, and then people are like,
Come
"No,
out the
don't
house."
get me! Don't get me, Jason! No! And he won't even talk. It's just you hear the music.
And your good times.
Celebration. Everywhere around the world.
My eyes! His thumbs are in my eyes!
So it's so fun to just have fun with your pals. And
You know what song I would do? The Humpty Dance.
Y'all look funny, but yeah, I'm making money.
I like my oatmeal lumpy.
I'll eat up all your crackers and your licorice. Hey, yo, fat girl, come here. Oh, you ticklish?
And that's when I'd grab him.
Do me, baby. Do the Humpty Hump. Yeah, so how fun is that to play music as Jason?
That's hilarious.
There was someone who I was playing online with who was doing Ride of the Valkyries as they came by, and it says just dun 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 dun. Some of them will just, I mean, I don't know. It's fun. It's really fun. So the reason why I brought it up is because it's consuming my brain right now. But also, last night, Rob and I were playing in a public match, waiting for other people to pop on so we could start a private one. And someone was in between matches. There's like a loading screen, and then you sit in the lobby while everyone kind of like updates their characters and picks a new Jason or whatever. It's all randomized. When you play the game, you might be a counselor, you might be Jason when you play online. And so while everyone's waiting, there's maybe like about a 3 to 5 minute wait in between games when you're connected to a game. And you can hear everyone. They're all talking about the last game or, I want to be Jason in the next round. And let's friend up and let's start a private match. Everyone's talking about shit. And so last night, Rob and I were in a game, and in between rounds, someone was playing Pac-Man.
I couldn't possibly wait to play games.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like in between this game, you can't not be playing a game to the point where, you've got to play another game while you wait for this game.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's terrifying to me. Like,
to need to be stimulated.
To need to be playing another game while you're waiting for that game.
It's better than like jerking off or something, I suppose.
I guess, or you could just, sit patiently and just wait. It's like 3 minutes.
You can't. You know what I do? I always get in trouble because I'll be waiting for loading times for basketball or Grand Theft Auto, and then I'll get into doing something productive, like making a stand-up.
Oh, and then they're waiting for you.
Then they're forever.
They've already gone.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you'll find like a camp counselor just like frozen in the middle of the forest, and it's just someone who's there. Like Rob found a way to like hide somewhere, and then he'll just stay there the whole match. And when you die or when you survive and other people are still alive or dead, you join this kind of like limbo chat room where you can like watch everyone's progress. Like you can switch your camera to the people who are still alive.
Yeah.
And so I remember playing with a group last night, and anytime I would switch to Rob, it's just like him under a bed, just like not moving, not
Holding his
talking,
breath. Yeah.
just holding his breath.
Right.
Yeah. But it's real fun, man.
I
It's real fun.
love one of my favorite things, and I haven't played a ton, but one of my favorite things that I see consistently is when somebody tries to get into the car too soon, and Jason's right there, and they try to, in their mind, you could tell they're thinking, well, if I'm in the car, he can't get me.
Yeah.
And then he just reaches in through the window
And pulls him out.
every time.
Yeah.
It never fails.
It's really, the funnest thing about the game is the fact that it's basically like you're watching a new horror movie every game you play.
Yeah.
And if you're a fan of horror movies, then that's like heaven. You're basically like every new match
is a new Jason
and a new horror scenario.
Yeah.
Like either you run to the cabins looking for keys or gas, or you're just trying to do the like defend yourself thing. You're finding weapons, you're taking switchblades, you're piling up your little inventory, you got your health and stuff. Like everyone has different tactics. But when it comes down to like the car or the boat, things get so funny and exciting.
Yeah.
Because some of the cars are 2-seaters and some of the cars are 4-seaters.
There's different cars.
Yeah. So it's like you could be repairing a 2-seater car and then like 4 people run over and they're like, "You got the car ready? Let's go!" And you go like, "No, man, it's only a 2-seater. I'm so sorry." And everyone's like, "What the fuck, man? Okay, we gotta fucking scramble. Come on, man, let me get in that car. Please let me get in the car." And you're like, "Dude, I gotta go. Jason's coming.
He's right there.
Yeah, and like the second you get the car started, if you're Jason, you get like a notification on the bottom of your screen that someone got the car started. So you can like teleport over there real quick with your like teleportation abilities. And Jason has all these really cool abilities. And so everyone's just scrambling around the car trying to get in. And even when you get like, let's say there's a perfect scenario, you get 4 people in the 4-seater car, you're driving around, the car it's like so incredibly hard to control.
Why is that?
Because
it's so janky.
I love it. I think it's funny because it's like these are teenagers that might not have their license.
Yeah, sure. Like
or
a
are also
14-year-old?
scared as shit.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like 14 or 15 and they don't know how to fucking drive.
No.
So
they know how to fix the car.
they
but
know how to fix the car. But I love the idea because you'll be in the passenger seat and there'll be this random kid like driving the car and all you hear is like earlier I was playing before you came over and there was this kid going like, I don't know how to drive. I don't know how to drive. Where am I going? Where do I go? Where do I go? And it's like, okay, kid, get out of the car and let me drive. No way, man. He's gonna get us if I get out of the car.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, I'll try to navigate your car then. Okay, so go to the left here, and then he goes right and crashes right into a tree, and then Jason shows up and rips him out of the seat, and then he's like, no! I almost got away, don't
There's
kill
a
me!
party going on right here.
And so like I'm running away from the car because you have a moment while someone's killing your friend to go hide.
You have to
and then,
process that and be okay with
yeah,
it and
yeah.
then hide. Yeah.
And sometimes you can like run off and hide somewhere, and then Jason will like after he kills the guy that was driving the car, he'll like go somewhere else, and then you can like sneak back to the car.
He needs to decompress.
Like, well, he's going to get the other guys, or maybe he's got to take a break. He's got to have a coffee break.
you got to take a break in between killing.
He's gonna kick his shoes off. But you can like sneak back to the car, and like the keys will usually be dropped like right next to where the person who was driving died. So you can pick up the keys and then quietly turn the car back on, and then you can fucking take off, and you can honk the horn like crazy, going like, "If anyone can hear me, I've got a 4-seater. Hurry, hurry!" And someone will be like running on the map. They'll be like, "I'm almost there. Quit! Please don't leave without me." And then Jason's coming. I'm like, "Dude, I gotta go. Fucking Jason's coming. I'm sorry. I have to go."
Yeah.
And then the other thing is let's say you're driving, you're almost to the exit. All Jason has to do, if you're Jason and someone's escaping in the car, is just get in front of it. If you get in front of the car as Jason, he just smashes it with his hand and the car stops.
Awesome.
And then he can like rip you out of the car.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking nightmare. It's just so fun.
That's right. I need to play more because
Oh my
I'll play like 1 or 2 games and it'll take way too long to get in. This is a couple days ago, a week ago, whatever, and then I realized that I don't know where anything is.
Yeah.
So I'm just like trying to hide in the house, and that never works.
Yeah. Well, I can show you some tricks and tips.
I would love that. Oh, I would love it.
It's really fun.
God, I would love it.
I can talk a whole podcast about that fucking game.
We should.
But you're a big fan of the Friday the 13th. Movies. You like
a
Jason?
fan. Yeah,
You like
I haven't
Jason?
watched them in years.
Same,
and years.
dude. We should watch them. You want to watch them?
I would like that. I was thinking that everyone who said that they like the game like it because it's really true to the movies, and it there's like
Yeah.
a bunch of things that happen, and I love stuff like that. So if we watch the movies, it would only make the game better, I think.
There's totally like a bunch of little secrets and characters and like
Nice.
little Easter eggs about the movies.
Yeah.
And all the different Jasons you can pick.
Did we already talk about the Jason who like made you bend over as the hot chair?
Oh man, that was amazing.
It sounds like the creepiest thing.
Yeah, I was I was playing one of the girl counselors who has like short shorts on.
Yeah.
And looks
And
very
a
skimpy.
good butt.
A great butt.
Yeah.
And I was digging around in a cabin for weapons, and fucking Jason shows up, and he's outside the cabin door, and I've fortified the door. I put like the big bar down. Sure. So it's like he can't just open the door and come in. He has to like smash it with his axe. And so he starts smashing it with his axe, and he's like, "I'm coming in for you." And I'm like, "No, come on, man. The match just started. Give me like 3 minutes to find some shit, man. I haven't found a weapon or anything." And he's like, "Come on, pretty girl. Come in there."
This guy lives for this.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm going to kill you."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Don't eat.
dude, I'm going to do that as Jason. The next time I play, I'm going to go find someone playing and go like, "If you don't eat, I won't kill you."
If you don't eat, we won't meet.
If you don't eat, your life you keep. Anyway, so he was smashing.
Don't eat. You can eat some meat in the future because you'll be alive. Sometime wait for the future. I'm Jason.
Able to purchase future items if you don't eat. So he's smashing through the house, and I'm just begging with him not to kill me. And then finally he goes, "If you bend over, I'll leave you alone."
Oh no!
And I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, just show me that ass, and I'll leave you alone." And I'm like, "How do I do that?" And so I turned my back to him.
Yeah.
And he was still smashing through the house. I turned
He
my
wasn't stopping.
He wasn't stopping.
Yeah.
I turned my back to him and crouched. I said, "Look, there's my ass. There it is." And he goes like, "Oh yeah, that's nice. All right, I'll leave you alone." And then he left. He fucking left. He was like, "I'll leave you alone for now." He took off. It was so funny.
That's incredibly creepy.
It's so funny.
And that was like satisfaction enough. How good do the graphics have to be?
They don't have to be good. And some people were making fun of it, going like, "What is this, PS2 or whatever?" But a really small team made this game.
Yeah.
And it was a Kickstarter thing, and they got it made, and it's just really fucking fun.
I've wanted to play this ever since they I heard them talking about this a long time ago. And
Yeah,
I immediately
they did
called
talk
up
about it.
all my friends who play like one game, and I was like, we got to get this because we just played to make each other laugh.
Dude, you have
And I
to.
was like, dude, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like debating getting you a PS4 so we can play together.
Hey, if you want to get me a PS4, I'm not going to not take it.
Because I want to play with you, Mike. I think we'd have a lot of fun
I
playing
know
together.
for a fact we'd have a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
And
I
with
need to
Rob in
somehow
there.
fall into a place. I have no desire to have a PlayStation, but
Yeah,
that would
I get it.
make it worth it.
Well, I mean, think of all the library of games that would be open to you if you got a PlayStation.
Fire Pro Wrestling.
A lot of good stuff.
Fire Pro, I have wanted to buy you. It's an old Japanese game, but it's supposed to be one of the best wrestling games of all time. And I've wanted to buy you that game so I can. go
Oh,
over and
really?
Play it.
We'll buy it and we'll play it, or get
Awesome.
a PS4 or whatever. We'll do it.
Okay.
One more thing I want to say about the Friday the 13th game is I'm out of breath because I'm real excited. Is you can actually, so like you can't kill Jason. He will pursue you. He's a supernatural being, just like in the movies. Like it's hard to kill
the
him.
way I understand it, you can, but it's real elaborate.
Yes, you can. But it is very elaborate. And I'm hearing that there's also other ways too, also that are very elaborate. But the one way I know of is there's very specific things you have to do. You have to work together as a team. You got to work tight. You got to work together. Basically, you need a girl, you need Tommy Jarvis, and someone needs to die.
Oh,
So during the match, if someone has died already, so Tommy Jarvis
can only come. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Tommy Jarvis is a character from the movies who like had fought Jason before, and then he comes back in the other movies to come back and fight Jason.
Yeah.
So in the regular game, well, you pick your counselor or whatever, you're looking around, you can find a radio in a house, and you can call for Tommy Jarvis. And basically what happens
What's
is
the number for Tommy Jarvis?
if you die, whoever dies has the chance to randomly come back as Tommy Jarvis.
Big, tall, good-looking guy.
Good-looking guy. He looks kind of.
with a shotgun.
Oh yeah, he's got a shotgun,
Yeah.
which only has one shot, but his stats are great. He can run for a long time. Yeah. He's very strong. He's good at evading Jason.
He's good at so much. Doesn't have room for another bullet, but he's so good.
couldn't be bothered to add one more bullet.
I
to
believe,
his
and
shotgun.
correct me if I'm wrong, has a sweater tied around his neck.
No, that's Chad.
Chad, I'm sorry.
Chad is the one with the sweater. Nobody likes
Of
Chad.
course, Chad is.
So anyway, so if you've got Tommy Jarvis in the game and you've got a girl and someone has died already, basically what you have to do is as the girl, you have to go find Jason's lair,
Yeah.
which is hidden somewhere on the map. You won't be able to find it on the map. You have to just like search for it. So you find it, and it's basically like this dirty shack, and you go in there, and you'll find Jason's mom's corpse in there. And you basically take the sweater off of the corpse and
Press X to remove the sweater
to
from
remove
corpse.
exactly. And then you put on Jason's mom's sweater.
Yeah.
And so now you're wearing Jason's mom's sweater. The thing with that is that Jason is notified, no matter where he is in the game,
He gets a pager.
that someone took his mom's sweater. Like
Yeah.
if you're Jason, you hear your mom like in your head, and she says like, "Someone is bothering my body, Jason. Go kill them.
Oh God.
And so okay, so you got Tommy Jarvis, you got the sweater. So all you got to do is you got to go with 3 people to Jason. You've got to knock his mask off.
Yeah.
Which takes several hits with like a specific weapon. I think it's either the machete or the axe
How
or
are
something
you
like
hitting
that.
him without him getting you?
You can. It's very hard. You got to be quicker than him. You got to just like have no fear and just start smacking him.
You got to do his mom's favorite dance.
You got to do his mom's favorite dance. You got to give him a tenor. Preferably Pavarotti.
Show him your butt.
So
Don't eat.
Probably not dancing. So basically, you smack him. If you're able to get his mask off after you smack him enough, now he's ready. So what you do is now I'm not sure what the order of it is, but once he has his mask off, the girl runs over to Jason, and then you should get a prompt to activate your sweater power, which is you stand in front of Jason and he's about to kill you, and then he hears his mom's voice. He mistakes you for his mom.
Yeah.
So he starts to he's dazed. And while he's dazed, Tommy Jarvis has to shoot him with the shotgun. Boom, you kill Jason.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
No, it's so difficult. I've tried. I had a whole group together and we tried to do it, and it's very hard.
Seems like only a thing that you could do in a private match with a bunch of friends.
Yes. But still, whoever's playing Jason isn't trying to
No, when no one's playing Jason.
Yeah.
When that person has their controller on the carpet.
It's possible. Apparently, there's a video of someone online doing it. But
Nice.
I've never seen it.
Now I have to go home and play this game.
It's so fun. So fun. All right. Well, guys, it's well past time for History Road.
Yeah.
So why don't we get it started? Huh?
I would love to. History Road.
History. History.
That fucking bass line, dude. It does me.
Things going for a walk.
It does me so good. It is so going for a walk. This History Road comes from Madison Armstrong, and the subject line is the shittiest shit of all shits.
Already the bar is set pretty high.
Hello, my 2 favorite born boys. Oh, Jesus.
Hello.
My name is Madison, Maddie for short. I'm originally from Las Vegas, but I currently reside in Sacramento for school. Oh, Sacktown. You 2 are my favorite comedic YouTubers. I usually listen to you 2 whilst driving. And I was crying laughing when you guys did that Walt Disney bit a couple weeks ago. Whoa, what was that?
Dude, I don't remember most of the
Holy
shit we
shit,
talked about.
I don't remember either. Anyway, here's my History Road. I'd like to title it The Shittiest Shit of All Shits because I still can't believe that this happened to me. This is 100% true. I don't know any person who would make this up because it's a little silly and embarrassing. But while y'all are reading this, keep in mind that this all happened extremely recently and that I am in fact a grown girl. There's a 2-horn honk for a grown girl.
That's a one grown girl.
Here we go. It was Memorial Day. My uncle was serving up some of the best high-quality wieners on that Young Grill. Is Young Grill Bear Grylls' son? Y-U-N-G.
I thought she was a grown grill.
Let's give a 1-horn honk for a Young Grill. I was excited, ecstatic, like most people do on a Memorial Day. I ate my weight in baked beans, brats, and ribs. My tongue was happy. That sounds great.
Yeah, it does. I love baked beans.
Oh, me too, dude.
I had an aunt that would always bring baked beans to every holiday dinner, no matter what.
It's so good.
Even when it was
Wait,
inappropriate.
really? Like Christmas?
Christmas, Thanksgiving.
Easter?
She was the baked beans lady.
Was it like out of the can or did she make it herself?
You mean like some kind of special family recipe?
Yeah.
No, it was out of a can.
Oh, man.
I don't know that anyone has a secret baked bean recipe.
Did anybody laugh about it or were they like,
We're laughing now.
who's laughing now?
It's not Christmas 1997.
Auntie
Beans.
Auntie Beans.
Who invited Auntie Beans?
He's Aunt BB here. Aunt Big Beans.
I like it.
My tum was happy, or so I thought. I spent the night with the most awful tummy rumblies of my entire life. No sleep was had. I know what that's like. Numerous poop trips were made. I tried everything. I tried to drink a glass of water. I tried listening to some soothing tunes, but to no avail. No sleep for me tonight. I think I must have just lost consciousness or spaced out because I blinked, and the next thing I knew, it was morning time. My dad was standing over me with an envelope in his hand. "This is for you," he said in his too loud, scruffy voice. As I reached for the envelope, I heard a huge crack, and I felt my vision drop and slant. My motherfucking bed frame had split in two. Startled.
He split Robin's bed frame in twine.
Betwixt her own soul. Startled, my father and I removed my mattress to assess the situation. "Yeah, that's fucked," my dad exclaimed. He set to work on doing whatever it is that dads do to fix things. I sat behind the mattress trying to digest what had just occurred. And while I sat there, I felt my tummy rumble, and a big fart lined itself up next to my butthole.
What a funny visual.
Oh my God, I read that wrong. A big fart lined up to exit my butthole.
Still, both work.
Next to my butthole. I don't know where I got that. This feeling is familiar. We all know this feeling. We know whether it's gas or another material about to exit our body. I prepared myself to let a small BB boy fart escape me.
Perfect. Small but deadly.
It was a nice fart. Except I didn't feel it end. I thought, that's weird. I guess I'll do it again. Another small poot left me.
Can we go back just for one quick second?
Sure.
I didn't feel it end, so I decided to do it again. That's not the right decision.
That's definitely not the right decision.
That's the wrong decision.
It was a nice fart, except I didn't feel it end. I thought, that's weird. I guess I'll do it again.
Wrong decision.
Another small poot left me. The same sensation occurred. I was perplexed. I reached down to my bottom to feel what was going on, and my underwear was warm. Too warm.
What is our podcast about, do you think?
You tell me, Mike.
I don't. By this point, I wonder what they would say about this in the backyard chicken forum. Doug.
I lifted my fingers back up to check, and sure enough, poop. It was poop. P-O-O-P, poop. She was in Browntown. She was sitting in a bottom puddle. The river shits.
She really hit the skids.
She had mud butt. She thought it was swass, but it was a mess round the ass. I had shat my own motherfucking pants like a leal baby. I squealed and ran to the bathroom to cleanse myself and my clothes. All of my clothes were thrown away. I couldn't wear any of those clothes again without seeing them as the clothes that I wore that one time I shat myself. This was definitely one of those most jarring situations of my life. Luckily, my father had no idea that any of this had happened, and my day went on as normal after that, except for some reason, I had to let everyone know that I had, in fact, pooped my pants that day. Hope you boys enjoyed that. I always enjoy your dumb podcast every week. Keep making your silly content, will ya? And when y'all open that P.O. box, I'll send all of the all dressed in ketchup chips so you guys can eat.
The P.O. box has become the most elusive.
It's
member
so
of this
elusive.
podcast.
Maybe I'll open it on my birthday.
There's a good place down the way, relatively close.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Will you show me?
I absolutely will.
Okay. Well, guys, that's it.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We can only apologize for how weird it is, but we're not gonna. And I'm sorry.
Mike,
Yeah.
you got some stuff coming up?
Oh, fuck. I was going to do this at the beginning of the podcast because there's no way that anyone made it to the end.
We could pop it in the beginning.
Oh, I would love that.
Let's say it now.
Can we also leave it at the end?
Yeah, let's do it now. And then when we're done, we'll record a little thing and I'll pop in the beginning.
Okay. Can you put some, like, adventurer music?
Yeah.
Around
You want me to do
this?
it right now?
Maybe.
Okay.
Well, is it easier to find adventurer music right now?
I don't know, Mike. Is it?
That was instant. Did you just type Siri adventurer music?
I use my brain. My nose is bleeding now.
You're so smart. So check this out. As you know, on this month, June 16th, I believe. Let me just make sure right now. I will be doing stand-up comedy in Nyack, New York, at the Nyack Village Theater. All right, I told you about.
Yeah,
this.
you told
we
me.
had a
I'm
show.
very
The show
excited.
got sold out. Okay,
Really?
They took seats away from my father. That's how I'm gonna look at everyone.
Tell him
who
not to
comes
eat.
that show. Don't eat it.
You're going to make everyone feel bad because they took seats from your dad?
Everyone who bought a ticket to the first show stole a seat from my father's legs.
I hope you guys enjoy the show.
Enjoy this comedy show.
Enjoy this show. You stole my dad's fun.
However, and my mother's. And however, we added a second show after the first show.
Wow!
So that's my status right now.
That's exciting.
2 show files on. Okay, so that show is going to begin at 9:30, and you could buy tickets to that show now on Eventbrite by searching my name. It'll come up. But listen to this: we've made 12 free tickets to this show if you use the offer code cold.
This offer is hot, not cold.
We've made 10, 12. This is why I don't read the ads. So there are 12 free tickets to the 9:30 show that you can access just by using the offer code Goldmine. And there's a max 2 per customer. All right. And then that's it. So you can come to the show for absolutely free if you're in the area by going to Eventbrite. You search for the show, 9:30 over there at the Nyack Village Theater. And again, that's June 16th. Use the offer code Goldmine.
Now, did the Three Stooges go to Nyack, New York, and that's where they got Nyack?
Somebody thought that we were just mispronouncing New York. And that was like that was a bit.
Remember that episode of the Three Stooges when he pokes him in the eyes and goes, Nyack, Nyack, Nyack,
Nyack, New York.
Nyack, Nyack, New York. Mike, that's
Up
super
from
exciting.
95. Yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. I just can't wait to be home because
I just can't wait to be king.
well, it's all that the light touches.
Are you going
I'm
to hang
sick
out
of.
with your family?
Absolutely, as much as I possibly can. I might not come back.
Are you actually inviting your whole family to the show?
Yeah, they're not gonna come, but they're all invited. But they're probably not gonna come out of spite because everyone from the first show stole seats from their tired legs.
Well, they shouldn't. They should stand outside in the cold and stare at everyone as they exit.
Yeah, I'm also trying to get a show in New York, or Connecticut, but that
Oh,
might
cool.
not happen because it's too. It's really soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really excited, man, and I wish I could go.
Stand up
I am doing stand
at
up.
my show while
Yeah.
I'm not here.
I know. I'm really nervous about it.
I can't wait. I hope somebody films it or something.
I'm not good at stand up.
Actually, don't film it if you're there because that's against the rules. But I do want to hear how it goes, and I am excited that you're doing it.
Thanks,
Thank you
man.
for doing it.
Yeah, of course.
And that's, of course, on the 17th at the Open Space Theater over here in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
California, on Fairfax. And that show will start at 8 o'clock.
On the
Saturday.
17th?
Saturday the 17th.
That's so exciting.
Come see your boy,
That's
Steve.
so exciting.
And Elliot Morgan will be there. Delman will be there. My friend Granison, Crawford, Mia Pinchov, Sebastian Corley, who is like one of the funniest new comics. He's only like fucking 22, 23, but he's fucking
Whoa.
funny as hell. And everyone's super nice. It's called the Friends and Friends Show. And I've been told by everyone who's gone that there's a really nice vibe in that room.
I did one of your friends
think you did
shows,
the
and
first
I
one.
enjoyed it. Yeah. And I've been wanting to come back, so I'm excited to be
Just
back.
friends being friends.
Just
nice
friends being
environment.
friends and being funny together.
And it's in the back of a cafe, so you can get an oversized cookie while you laugh and snort and chocolate chips coming out of your face.
You can chuffle while you chomp down on a chocolate chip chucker.
Chocolate chip chucker.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to the show, and thank you to Blue Apron for being one of our proud sponsors. And please go to Mike's show, use that code, try to score yourself a ticket to a sold-out show or a second showing of a sold-out show.
Yeah.
And
How did you say all those words?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're a talented man.
It's you know what? It's not gonna last long. Goes away with age.
It's
They
all
say.
fleeting. It's fleeting.
Fleeting Mac. Guys, thank you so much for listening to the show. We appreciate your continued patronage. And if you want to submit your history roads, you can do so by sending those to dynamicbanter@gmail.com. And stay tuned for more merch, shirts, cool stuff.
Squirts and splurts.
Squirts and splurts. Welcome to the new section of the show at the end that we call Squirts and Splurts.
You know what we should say to be fair to our sponsors, because they give us money to live, to talk about them.
Yeah.
We got all the what was that stuff called? Those two
the
packages that we got.
fudge.
Bespoke.
Bespoke, yeah.
And we talked about them last week, and we kind of gave you the overview of what they are and how you can get them. But we got our packages a little bit late, our
Yeah.
tester packages, and they sent us a bunch of cool
really
shit.
cool stuff.
Male grooming things.
Yeah, I got
soaps,
like cast iron mugs and like
copper mugs.
Copper mugs.
You got a Moscow Mule kit, which
Yeah.
is the most useless thing to you
to
personally.
me, but Bree's gonna get it.
Anyone who drinks that would go far.
And Chargirl. And I also got a weekend bag. It's like a nice canvas bag with leather straps. It looks like an old timey doctor's bag.
You could be an in-home doctor tomorrow with that.
I'm
bag.
gonna throw in a couple of toothpicks and a napkin and go like, I'm here to fix your stomach.
I'm just show me your kid.
I'm here to remove your
I'm here to
belly
remove that
problems.
kid from you.
Let me get rid of that kid's measles with this toothpick.
And my book of jargon.
And the sad thing is someone would believe that and let me do it.
Yeah.
Let me touch their son. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening to the program, and we hope to listen to you guys next time. And bye, and we'll check you every Friday.
That was a HeadGum podcast.